Echolocation is the location of objects by reflected sound. Ben Underwood was able to use echolocation a year after his eye removal surgery. One day he saw a building by listening to the sounds of traffic reflecting off of the buildings. This was the origin of how Ben's extraordinary story began. Years later, he learned how to use clicking to his advantage. The sound of him clicking bounced off of near objects and could help him actually see. This clicking combined with the echolocation gave him his sight back, essentially. He could play basketball, ride a bike, play games, and skate. Because he was so focused on hearing, he could hear greater than others. This led him to being able to avoid cars and avoiding objects which could possibly harm him or get in his way. So for family or friends, I have a cousin who is legally blind. Where I'm from, like my family like lives around each other, like we're very all close to each other, and it's been that way for years. Like before I was born, when my granny was born, it's been that way for years. So he's able, like, because he didn't become blind till later on in his life, he is able to, locate things so much easier. He remembers where to go and can tell people where places are, and like he remembers it, by memory. Some measures he has put into place, like to help him, is using a cane, working at a job that accommodates the blind, having helpful family members close to him. He has no challenges as far as like I can tell. Like we're close family, but like I don't know everything, and then also like I'm kind of young, so like I wouldn't know those stuff. As far as I can tell, he lives in his late deceased mother's house. He goes to church, he cooks, he does pretty much everything normal. He goes to the grocery store, he does a lot, pretty much. Society might see him as someone who needs help, someone that's helpless, but he is very independent and really requires help. But when he does need help, he asks. And if I had a disability, and I was trying to get my education, I would want someone to help me, like with my skills, because every time most times, if they have a disability, there's some skills that are like higher than others. That makes sense. For like with blind people, they say their sense of hearing is so much greater, kind of like Ben Underwood's. For people that are deaf, they say their eyesight is so much better. So I would try to like get those skills and make them so much greater so that learning can be as easy as possible, because I would want to still feel normal, because I feel like anyone with a disability wants to feel normal. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Like, we're all human beings despite of what we go through. And I would like go to therapy like on the weekends, or maybe like after school or something, for my disability, to further help me through it, which will help me in my education as well. I know I will probably need certain accommodations when it comes to school, like taking tests and stuff might be difficult depending on which disability I have. So I might need to have, like, if it's time tests, I might need longer. Just certain accommodations I may need. So really all I would pretty much want is like some helpful teachers, basically, because I feel like helpful teachers will really go a long way to really teach and help, make me feel normal, because I'm pretty sure that's all people want in general, no matter what. So that's all I want.